So the channel was all about changes and tweaks and mods and upgrades to your campervan, your RV, motorhome, whatever you want to call it. And we call all those things collectively hacks. But is that not such an overused word these days? Everything seems to be a hack. And a couple of people on the channel have said this, including quite a vociferous approach from a computer geek who accused the channel of literary appropriation. Because of course hacks are all about code, breaking code, that sort of thing. But, you know, my view is, well, chill, computer nerd, because, you know, it's only words, language evolves. And I would tell you that before Steve Jobs and Bill Gates were twinkles in their daddy's eyes, falconers were using hacks. They're boards of where they put the meat on for their falcons. So language evolves, and sometimes for the better. If we look at the Urban Dictionary, I've got a quote here. Yes, the first verb definition is the hack you're talking about, but the first noun definition is a clever or elegant technical accomplishment. That's what we're doing, isn't it? But then it does go on to say, especially one with a playful or prankish bent, so we'll just forget about that part. So when we talk about van hacks, it doesn't matter if there's different meanings of the word hack, so long as we're all on the same page and know what we're talking about. And I concede it's contextual. Sometimes they are definitely not hacks. For example, I share the links on some van conversion pages on Instagram and Facebook, and I know from the feedback some people are incorporating those changes in their mods into their primary build. So it's not a hack for them, it's their primary build. So yes, in those cases it is not a hack, but we'll call it a hack in any case. Language evolves. We've got quite a few subscribers from the other side of the pond now, and you know, for the good old US, they took the Queen's English and they changed it and modded it and made it their own, and that some of that is now coming back to us. For example, very often I hear now router, when of course I know, because I'm talking to my internet provider, they're talking about a router, but we're on the same page because it's contextual. And I know they're not talking about a router as I know it, which is the tool in my workshop for profiling wood. Having said that, I did hear a BBC correspondent talk about leverage instead of leverage, and Her Majesty would be horrified. Throw him in the tower and chuck away the keys. Except for, of course, the Tower of London is now full of American tourists. But I would say to us arrogant, pompous Brits, we need to sometimes get our head out of our pompous backsides if we're going to try to drop the mic, which is another Americanism that's come over here, which I do not get, I must confess, because dropping the mic is all about making your point, getting the one-upmanship, proving you're right, being clever. Well, no, there's nothing clever about dropping the mic. It's clumsy. If you went to a Miley Cyrus concert and she was singing away and she dropped the mic, you wouldn't say, oh, that girl's got talent. You'd say, clumsy cow. Come on, Miley, I paid a lot of money for this ticket. Get your act together. I don't get dropping the mic, but it seems that even past presidents are doing it. But we do need to be careful here. I remember a few years back, I was in Washington, in America, walking around a park, and all of a sudden these girls come rushing over. They were from Georgetown University, and they were doing a charity scavenger hunt things, a photographic scavenger hunt, and had to go around the town taking pictures of various things. I was wearing a bum bag, and that's what they needed for their scavenger hunt. Actually, sorry, your American friends, you call it a fanny pack, we call it a bum bag. So they come rushing over and said, sir, we need a picture of your fanny pack. Can we take a picture of your fanny pack? So I said, by all means, help yourself, take the photograph. And one girl said, oh, you're from England. I just love the English accent. So I said, fine, that is very nice of you to say so. And when you get home, maybe you want to Google what the English are referring to when they use the word fanny. Spoiler alert to our American friends, I haven't got one. So you see, computer nerd, computer geek, doesn't matter that we're using your word hack, because with evolution of language like that, your concerns are small beer, I think. But what I would say is, if I do ever lose some weight and my trousers, or should I say pants, get a bit loose, I would definitely not be wearing suspenders. Well, maybe on a Friday night, but that's a very different story, and one maybe I shouldn't have said out loud. So getting back to van hacks, computer nerds, computer geeks, I do apologise that you are upset about this, but chill, it's only words. And actually, you know what? Maybe you are calling the kettle black, because I'm sure it's not the genius of Monty Python, but you guys that took the mainstay of the British school dinner when I was a lad and turned it into a word for unwanted email. Spam, 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 spam. So, computer nerd, geek, code monkey, I do apologise if you get upset when the channel refers to van hacks. And whilst in my opinion your sub to the channel would be a VPN made in heaven, I do appreciate the computer will say no. So if you want some continuity in the English language that doesn't evolve, maybe stick to Shakespeare. Although actually, you know what? The great bard himself was a creative, and maybe he would be quite happy about a bit of literary appropriation. Catch you later. To hack or not to hack? That is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous campervans, or to take arms against the sea of troubles and by opposing end them.